Hey guys, welcome in this new video. I hope that all of you are doing great. So in this video, what we're going to talk about is, can you actually grow a small trading account to millions of dollars and eventually make a lot of money in trading? So I'm really excited to talk about this simply because I think a lot of you guys are trading on a relatively small trading account, and that's perfectly normal. We all start from there. So I want to give you guys, some clues on what you can achieve with this and what you should do to actually reach your goals in the future. So just before that we start, as always guys, don't forget to leave a like under the video. I would really appreciate it, and make sure as well that you are subscribed to the channel if it's not already done. Again, it would support me making these free videos for you guys. So can you really grow a small trading account to extremely large numbers? Now the first question here that we need to understand is simply, well, has it been done before, right? Is there someone that has been able to achieve this? The answer is yes. So technically it's possible. Now if we look at it in terms of probabilities, is it probable to achieve something like this? Well, the answer is no. So starting on a small account and growing this account into much bigger numbers, it's possible, right? You can technically do it, but it's going to be really difficult, and there are very, very, very few people who will achieve this. And the reason why is simply because you need to understand that, let's say that you start with $1,000, right? If you double your account, which is already really good, you're only at $2,000, right? If you double it again, you're only at $4,000. And so the problem is that if you start on a small account, then it's going to take a lot of time before that you get to bigger numbers. Again, it's possible, right? But you will need to be extremely, extremely patient, and you will need to just trust the process. And it's probably going to take years before that you just start to see some more money coming in, because you will have more capital to trade with, right? So what you have to understand from this is that the beginning is really the longest part, and I would say that it's the least fun part, simply because, well, you will put in a lot of work, you will put in all the hours and stuff like that, but you're still not going to make a lot of money, right? So I would say that, if I had to give just one advice for someone who is just starting out, would be that, of course, they need to learn properly how to trade, but once they know that, they need to try as fast as possible to go above this first step where you don't have a lot of money, and reach as soon as possible a capital of 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 and stuff like that, right? And so the best way to actually get there is not necessarily to start on a small account and grow it to these numbers, but rather just have an income on the side, and then take that money from the other income and put it into your trading account, right? And so this comes back to an idea that I fully believe in, which is simply that when you're starting to learn how to trade at the beginning of your journey, it's not a bad thing to have a job on the side. In the industry of trading and business, there are a lot of people who will kind of criticize and who will point fingers at people who have jobs and stuff like that. I'm not really into this thinking, simply because, well, first of all, we cannot all be entrepreneurs or traders, right? Like, we need people who do different things in life. And then number two, well, it's not a bad thing to have a job, right? Especially if you have a job that pays relatively well, then not only you will be able to cover your expenses with this, but you will also be able to put money on the side and put this into your trading account. And if you do this for a couple of months, let's say 6 months, 1 year, well, even after this short amount of time, you will be able to skip the first stage of, as I said, right, a small trading account. You will already have more capital to trade with, and then you will start to make money that is actually nice to make, right? Because you don't want, as I said, to put in so much efforts and so many hours into trading, and at the end of the year you've made like $200, right? I mean, there's no point in doing that. So you want to get to bigger capitals so that you will put in efforts, but at the same time you will still make at least some money, and over time you will be able to grow. Because let's say that you have $10,000 as a capital, well, if you double your account, you're already at 20,000, and then you will be at 40,000, right? And then 80,000, right? And this is where the compound effect really starts to take off, and where you can just get to bigger numbers. So to answer the initial question of the video, right? Can you grow a small trading account to millions? The answer is yes, but I would say the best way to do it is maybe doing it indirectly at first and then with trading, right? So instead of trying to grow $500 into 10,000, well, just get a job that pays well on the side, right? Put money into your account until you're at the 10,000. So you will save yourself years of trying to grow an account, right? And you will do this much quicker. And then when you have a relatively decent capital, then you can just stop putting money into the account and just grow it by itself. And then this is going to pay much more in the end, right? I mean, just think about it, right? If you skip, this first few years and then you just take these first few years and instead of starting with $500, you start with 10,000, well, this will make all the difference, like in a couple of years, you will be somewhere where you would never have been if you had only a really small capital to begin with. So that's my tip for you guys. So instead of starting with a very small account and trying to grow this, well, instead of doing that, right, what you should be doing is at the beginning, focus all your energy on learning how to trade properly, on understanding the market and just developing your skill. While you are doing this, have a job on the side where you make good money, enough to pay for all your expenses, and then also be able to put money on the side for your trading account. So you do these things at the same time, right? And then when you become profitable, when you become more confident in your skill, and when you understand how to trade in a couple of months, maybe in a year, 2 years, right? Depending on how many hours you put in, who you learn from and stuff like that, right? Then when you will be ready to trade, you will already have money accumulated on the side because of your job. And so then at some point, there will be the two that will come together. You will know how to trade, you will have money. So you will open your trading account, you will already have a decent capital, you will start seriously right away. And this is how you can reach bigger numbers. So I cannot explain it easier than this, right? Like it's literally what you have to do step by step, right? You do these two things on the side at the same time, and then at some point, right, you will be able to kind of put them together if you want, right, and trade with big money. And at the same time, you will know what you will be doing simply because you will have studied the market a lot previously, right? So that's the idea. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope it answers your question. And again, the last tip I want to tell you guys, which is extremely related to this, is simply that in life, you don't want to go through the hardest path necessary, right? There's not there's no point in trying to make things harder than what they should be, right? So, forget about the grind and the hustle and stuff like that, right? Like work smart, that's my point. Yes, work hard, but also work smart, right? Think about it, right? Make good decisions, right? And try to have a plan, try to have a map of where you're going, right? You need to do things consciously, right? Don't just go through day by day, right? And kind of just do things a bit randomly without really thinking about it. You need to be conscious of your actions and your environment. And that is really the best way of how you can get results faster in your life. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's the message that I wanted to share with you today. If you did, you can, again, leave a like on it. You can share it around as well. I would really appreciate it. And on that, take care, trade with care, manage your money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.